Hey folks, Sinow here, and welcome to Slay the Spire, the Ascension Mode series. So before I explain what I want to do with this YouTube series, a quick recap of what Slay the Spire is and my history with it. I started to get into this game about a month and a half ago, back when there was only about 5 people streaming it per night for about a rough total of about 200 people. It used to be me, one other person called Celerity, who is really good at the game and has blown up as a result of it. And 3 people I don't know, and I used to play this game basically every night. Anybody who's been watching me on Twitch for the past month or so knows that I'm obsessed with this. It is a roguelite deck building game, which is 2 words that I like a lot in the English language. 2 very good words, roguelite and deck building. Big fan of those words. And I've played this for about 150 hours since it came out. I love it. It's just a really fun game where the different cards that you can build to put into your deck have lots of synergy with each other in a lot of different ways, and it's got the right level of difficulty, I think, between not too easy but fairly easy when you get good at it. Like, once you begin to know how to play the game, it's not too hard. As a result of that though, the developers have recently added something called Ascension Mode. Ascension Mode basically is a mode where every time you complete a run successfully, it adds more and more modifiers to make the game more difficult, and it's a very good mode to get into once you've kind of got the basics down and you're finding it a bit easy. So you can see on stream before, I played up to Ascension Mode level 3 as the Silent, which makes elite mobs spawn more often, it makes the normal enemies more deadly, and it makes elites more deadly, so they do more damage is essentially what that means. But yes, my plan for this series is to try and go through the different Ascension modes as they get progressively more difficult, as a kind of good way of giving every episode a sort of timeline so it's easy for you people to keep track of, and also just to challenge myself because I'm fairly good at this game now. I know what I'm doing, I know which cards completely blow and which cards are amazing. And I really enjoy this game a lot, so hopefully watching me get onto the later Ascension Mode levels in particular will be quite an interesting, fun challenge for people to watch. For any game that I play of this, I usually have a good time, but in particular watching me tackle Ascension Mode could be a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I had a bit of a problem with the cloud saving and it deleted my previous save, so the Ironclad doesn't actually have all the unlocks just yet. I'm going to start off as the Ironclad, I think, just to sort of do Ascension Mode 1 and 2 and get myself up to speed. I am playing on the beta client here. The beta client has recently added the feature where you have a history, where you can look at previous runs that you've done, which is really nice, as well as the usual leaderboards and stuff. I like to play in the beta client because you get new things added to the game a lot quicker, and it's a bit more exciting, especially because things change all the time in the beta. So every time you load up the game, something new is going on, and I think that's quite fun for somebody like myself who plays this a lot. If you don't know how to play this game, I think there are 1 or 2 stream archives that I've uploaded before. That you could take a look at. I couldn't really be bothered doing a video where I explain everything for the first time. Like, the game's been out for a while now. There's plenty of other people who have done content on it. It's not too difficult to pick up on what's going on anyway, but I'll be a bit quicker here because I presume if you're watching somebody play Ascension Mode, then you know what the game is about, because this is like the hard mode of the game. It's for people who have already played it a bit. And I've already streamed it for over a month now as well, so I've already done the basics as far as I'm concerned. But if you haven't got any idea what this game is about and you'd like to know more about it, you could just keep watching me, or you could watch somebody else, but apologies for that. I just can't be bothered doing like a 2-hour-long video where I read out every card in excruciating detail because I've just played this too much. So, Ascension Mode. There is a general strategy that tends to work quite well for each zone. So obviously this is zone 1, and then when you beat the boss, zone 2, then that boss, zone 3. There's a general strategy. For zone 1, you want to fight a lot of normal mobs to get cards into your deck, and you want to try and hit campfires to upgrade cards, because upgrading cards in this game is it's like a lot of bang for your buck, put it that way, because every time you play a card, you're getting like higher numbers than you would. Rather than necessarily adding more cards to your deck, sometimes just making the cards that you do play per turn better is a much more useful bonus to gain. The Ironclad, because of the healing ability, has a bit more leeway in Ascension Mode in particular to lose HP and things like that. But you do have to bear in mind in Ascension Mode, there's a lot less merchant spawns for getting rid of cards, and that can be quite a tricky thing to build around. Your deck usually isn't as fast and as ruthless as it is in normal modes. As much as I would like to transform 2 cards here, I think I'm going to play a little bit safer and just remove a strike to make my deck thinner and better in the long run. It's a bit of a boring upgrade, yes, I know, but I think it's going to work out in the long run rather than transforming and maybe getting... There are some absolute stinkers for Ironclad when it comes to cards that I would not want, like the card that gives you vulnerable when you play it and things like that. It's just, I don't like them. But I do think Ascension Mode is a lot easier as the Ironclad. I do think you can get up higher a lot easier because essentially Ascension Mode brings back that element in this game where it's kind of like a struggle to keep yourself alive as you climb up the floors, and that's kind of how the game was for me initially before I learned how the fuck to play it, which is quite fun actually. I like it. It means that you're not just kind of like, whatever, I've got a million HP, get to the top, done. So first choice here, actually really good cards here, especially if I was going for an exhaust deck. Feel No Pain is really good for an exhaust deck. The only problem is that it's a bit of a gamble to try and build into an archetype so quickly. And I know that Body Slam, when upgraded, costs 0 energy. It is just basically one of the best cards in the game, Body Slam. It has won me runs before. So I'm going to go for that. I also got an Ancient Potion. Ancient Potion is one that they've just added for the beta, where you gain an artifact. I think it's their potion that they're intending to replace the Elixir with. The Elixir would get rid of curses and status effect cards from your hand, but I think Ancient Potion is a much better way of implementing a kind of like status debuff resilience mechanic that you can use with the potions. So I think that's going to be a really fun, interesting choice coming up. Alright, 11 damage from the Jawworm. I'm going to go for the Bash to apply vulnerable next turn. I'll take a little bit here, but you know, Burning Blood. I'm feeling pretty confident. Not a problem. If there's one criticism of this game that I would have for Zone 1 is that a lot of Zone 1 becomes very kind of autopilot. It's hard for them not to have that become a thing in this game. Like, yes, of course, the start of the game is quite samey every time, and it gets more exciting as you climb up. But I'm sure they're going to add more events and cards and stuff to keep it more exciting as we go along. So I'm going to fully block this turn with 2 defense and then use Body Slam for 10 damage. That is the power of Body Slam. Absolutely amazing card. I actually cannot believe that when upgraded, Body Slam costs 0. I actually think it might be a little overpowered. Maybe. I'm not sure. But let's have a look. So I am actually a really big fan of using the archetype on Ironclad, where you go for a lot of cards that hurt yourself with Rupture to get lots of strength and do tons of damage. I think Combust is a surprisingly useful power sometimes, but it's not top tier, shall we say. Fire Breathing is kind of garbo. I don't think it's very good. Cleave, I would prefer to have Whirlwind, but being fast on the first zone helps you quite a lot as well, especially if you want to try and fight an elite. And Cleave is quite a good way of dealing with certain elites. The 3 pillars fight, which rewards you for having AoE and stuff. And Cleave by itself isn't a bad card, for sure. It's just that Whirlwind is a bit better because you can make Whirlwind scale a lot. Alright, this fight's quite annoying as the Ironclad. You usually find that you don't quite have enough block to deal with his attacks and still attack yourself. But bearing in mind that I can afford 1 more HP of damage and it would heal up anyway. Yeah, okay. It's kind of how this fight usually goes, but easy days. To be honest, Ascension Mode 1 is not difficult. Nothing's really changed. It's just that I probably will get less chops. That's about it. Oops. Didn't mean to fully block there. I could have just done a 10 block and a Body Slam and used that invulnerable. That was a bit of a misplay perhaps, actually. I have to be careful. My biggest mistakes that I make in this game are when I go into like an autopilot mode and I stop thinking. But overall, I would say I'm kind of above average. Most games I play, I end up being a bit above average. Not amazing, you know, I'm not one of the best. I usually never am. But somewhat near being, well, for sure, I definitely tend to trend as like above average with most games I play, considering as well that the average for a lot of games is quite low. Not to talk shit on people, but I'm kind of basically brilliant is what I'm saying. So here we go. This is a tough choice because Power Through is a great card, especially if you can exhaust the wounds or if you have Evolve so that the wounds become useful for your deck. But I think Shrug It Off is just an amazing card, very useful all the time. So I'll take Shrug It Off for now because it's a bit safer. And we'll see what I get, because I've built into archetypes quite heavily before and then got burned terribly badly in the past. And I don't want to repeat that. Cleave here. Excellent choice for this fight. Unfortunately though, if I use Bash, then I'm opening myself up for 10 damage, and I don't really want to do that. So I'll just let the 5 damage go through this time. Hopefully if I get to draw a Cleave from my discard pile again in 2 turns time, it'll finish up the fight. There's Shrug It Off for the easy block. Get rid of the damage here and the damage here. Yeah, Shrug It Off for 8 block on 1 energy and you draw a card. It's really good. Very, very powerful. Alright, here's the Cleave again. Nice and easy. Yeah, so see, fights like that in Zone 1 are so much easier if you take a bit of AoE early. I'm a big fan of Clothesline. I think it does a lot of damage, and applying the weakness for 2 by default is really powerful. But Iron Wave is also very good. Very reliable card. Good staple. It also combos really nicely Iron Wave with Body Slam, especially when you upgrade Body Slam. So once again, I'm taking a safer route here. Let's see what I've got. Okay. Some great cards here. Barricade would be something that I would buy now and not get much use out of until later. Offering is also brilliant. I love Offering. It really speeds up your deck and gives you a lot more leeway in the turn. Especially if you haven't drawn enough block perhaps, or if things are looking a bit dicey. Sever Soul. It needs to be an exhaust deck, really. Unfortunately, I can't afford any of these. Sometimes an early membership card is quite nice. I think I'll go for Barricade at the moment for the long-term strategy. I do quite like having it. And ooh. Considering I have Cleave, some Body Slam going on, I actually think I'm going to take this slightly more risky path with the elites. Just to make things a little bit spicy, yeah? A bit more fun. And if this fight is a pain in the ass, I can at least rest in between. Alright. This is a hard one to choose. I could fully block this and then Body Slam, or I could play an early Barricade and see if I can... Chances are they're going to attack me so often that Barricade won't actually be that useful. I'll keep running out of block. But building it up between turns sometimes is nice. I think a better strategy here probably is Iron Wave, defend, Body Slam though. Because you want to... The best way to take out elites in Zone 1 is to be fast. They usually are quite easy if you're somewhat fast at it. And that's why offensive cards tend to help a lot. So 1 Shrug It Off to draw a card and to negate 1 attack I think is worth it. And then, rather than get rid of this guy's artifact, I could use a Poison Potion and then go for the Bash. Would soften him up. It's only a Poison Potion anyway, right? I'm kinda... If I do 2 strikes on him next turn for 9 damage apiece, they'll be down 1, which will help quite a lot. Okay, so only 1 attack this time. There's the Cleave. And then strike the middle and go for a defense, so I'm not taking... I'm not getting completely clobbered in the face here. Just partially. More of a kind of a nick, a graze. More of a knock to the face even. Alright, this is a good body slam turn. Such a good card, body slam. Holy shit. I actually can't believe how good it is. And when you play it for 0 energy, you can't lose. You just really can't lose with body slam. I've tried to lose, but you just can't. Okay, so I could bash an Iron Wave here, I think, on this guy. Getting rid of the artifact won't really do much, but he's gonna die next turn anyway. One strike and he's gone. A little bit of damage from this fight, but I'm not too scared, really. One thing that's nice about this game is that once you get better at it, you begin to know your strength a lot more. So you don't freak out as soon as your HP goes down, you know? You know when you can lose HP and when it's a problem. I'll just keep striking him. I don't want to draw another card here because I might want these cards next turn. And if I draw a nice card and don't get to use it next turn, then joke's on me. I've actually lost runs before because I've had a deck revolve quite a lot around a single power. And then I've accidentally drawn that power too early in the fight, and I've just got picked off. So be very wary, folks, of drawing cards too early or too frequently when you don't need them, because it will bite you in the ass. I am just getting tons of uncommons really early here. I love Flame Barrier. Excellent amount of block, and also the Caltrops effect is quite nice. Also, Smiling Mask here. Merchant's card removal always costs 50 gold. Unfortunately, there probably won't be as many merchants because it's Ascension Mode, but it's nice to know that I'll probably be able to consistently use that. So often I would upgrade Bash here. 3 vulnerable, 10 damage, but I think actually I'm going to do a little cheeky body slam upgrade because it's so nice to have that for 0 energy. Also, the regen potion is nice here. I probably will use it next combat because this is a fast fight. Gremlin Knob, easy peas. Just attack him as quickly as possible. Don't use skills, obviously, because he gets powers. Just go for it. Sometimes using a skill is nice if you know that you're about to kill him the turn after and you can block a lot of like a single attack, but especially for Ironclad, if you get a quick vulnerable off like I have, this fight's usually not too bad. Unfortunately, I could use Flame Barrier here because I'm getting so much more damage that I don't think his strength buff is going to be that much of a problem. I'm also going to do more damage to him because of the Caltrops effect. So actually, I think that worked out quite nicely. I'm vulnerable now, so if I get a complete dead draw here, I am in trouble. Nah, I'm good. Easy peasy, baby. 25 gold. Charon's Ashes. Whenever you exhaust a card, you deal 3 damage to all enemies. That's really unfortunate to get that, considering how much I've not been taking exhaust cards so far. Ugh. This game! I love it, but it really likes to clown me a lot. So, let's lean more heavily on exhaust then. I'll take True Grit, because once you upgrade True Grit, you can choose the card to exhaust in your hand, and it's surprisingly useful. It really is. Old coin, 300 gold. Okay, that's going to be really good. Next time I go to a merchant, there's a good chance of me being able to build into what I want. So let me think. I've already fought the 3 Pillars Elite and Gremlin Knob, so this for sure has to be Lagavulin. Which again, I don't really fear Lagavulin very much, but I don't know if I would want to fight Lagavulin with only 36 HP. I don't know if I want to take this risky path here, but I do want to keep fighting. So if I sacrifice a Smith here for a rest and take on 1 more Elite, this could be a very spicy path, but I like it. No, actually, this again. I wasn't aware that it could make the same Elite spawn twice. I thought it always made like 3 different Elite spawn every time. This is probably the most annoying fight on Zone 1 Elite-wise, so that's a bit unfortunate. Let's pick off this guy as quickly as possible, though. Go for the cleave. It's a nice chunk of damage. Defend, then body slam. Ah, that's frustrating though. If it was Lagavulin, I would have felt much better about this, but hey. Charon's Ashes is amazing when you build it to exhaust, so I'm pretty excited for that. And actually, rather than shrug it off here, I'm going to True Grit this. Shrug it off, apparently. Well, that's not exactly what I wanted to exhaust there, but it won't really burn me that much in the long run, I don't think. Plus, I did a combined total of 9 damage because of the Ashes. Easy rares, boys. Okay. 2 strikes. Defend for the sake of it. So I'm a little bit faster than I was the last time I fought these guys, and it really shows. Like, you can tell that I am just not struggling as much as the first time. Although, as per usual, the game finds a way to be annoying as hell, regardless. But he's exhausted at the end of the turn, so that's a double proc of Charon's Ashes. Haha. Got him. Again, this would have been a terrible turn, but no, it's a great turn. I actually don't think I needed to rest there. I might have been a bit too cautious. I am quite cautious in this game, and sometimes I need to just tap into my hubris plays and go for it. Gain 30 gold, you're 10% more likely to find treasure in question mark rooms. Not a bad little upgrade. Armaments. Upgrade a card. Obviously, when you upgrade armaments, very good. I'm not a huge fan of it because I think it scales badly, but it's still a good card for sure. People always rant and rave about how good armaments is, and I'm a bit like, it's alright. I think I'll get rid of another... Well, I have quite a lot of block cards here, so I think I'll get rid of a defend this time. Usually I like to get rid of 2 strikes, then a defend. But because I have so many block cards on the go here, might be nice, actually, to do it like this. Okay, Flame Barrier. I'll prep the first one for death. A single strike would kill that now. Hell, a single strike would have killed the enemy because of the Caltrops style effect of Flaming Barrier, but... I probably should have attacked the last one, actually. This is a bit of a waste. But whatever. Kill this one. Let's attack this guy. And then I'm just going to True Grit so that I do a full block. Oh well. Losing armaments and doing a bit more damage with the exhaust is not a big deal. I can't wait for the 3rd character for this game. Like, I'm so excited. It's like Christmas for me when that character comes out. This is a bit of a crap hand for me. Haven't got any block for the body slam, unfortunately. One of the really nice things about body slam is that it also counts as an attack, even if you do 0 damage with it. So if you have something like Kunai or Shuriken, it also makes it easier to proc those abilities. It's such a good card. Honestly, I can't sing its praises highly enough. Explosive Potion, quite nice actually. Especially because we're fighting... Oh, we're only fighting Hexaghost actually, which is a single target fight, so maybe... I won't... Explosive Potion would be better for Zone 2. This regen potion is going to be a bit of a waste. But I might just use it on the boss. I can't remember if Hexaghost tries to debuff you with a weakness at all. I'll be fine. I don't need the explosive potion. That's alright. So like I said, I'm a bit iffy about Sever Soul. But I'll take it. And build more heavily into the exhaust. There are better exhaust cards, I think, for sure. But whatever. I think I'm going to be alright. Oh, I wish I had upgraded True Grit. It's too risky to use this now and potentially lose Body Slam, you know? Or I could just get very lucky. Let's see if I get lucky. Hubris, please. Hubris! Yes, I did get lucky. All right, let's go. Before I'm like, oh, I like to play cautiously. And now I'm just like, oh, fuck it. Just play like an absolute chimp and everything works out. Nice. That was a really nice combat there. Ooh. See, I love Whirlwind. I think Whirlwind is excellent. Really helps for certain fights on the second zone. I don't think I need another Sever Soul, but another Body Slam. Oh, if only I had taken Feel No Pain so I was getting all the block per exhaust as well. I'll go for Whirlwind now, because I think Whirlwind is very useful. That might have been the wrong choice, though. Because I have Barricade as well. And then I think I'll upgrade Armaments first. So that other cards are getting upgraded every time I use it. So useful. Very useful. Like a sort of poor man's apotheosis. Alright. You could bash here to start the fight off, but I'm going to use Barricade. So I'm kind of set up. And I'll use the regen potion, because I'm going to heal anyway. But just to be safe. Hexaghost has proportional damage for its big attack here. So you can actually go into the Hexaghost fight with quite low HP, and usually you're fine, to be honest. Let's do Armaments, and then Flame Barrier. So he's going to take a hell of a load of Caltrops damage here, and I can Body Slam for 21, which is a nice start. 6/5s are 30, he's barely even going to touch me. To be honest, I could have kept that regen potion for zone 2, but it'll be alright. And use True Grit. We'll just exhaust the strike here. I think that's fine. I've done a lot of damage very quickly. This deck is shaping up to be a good one. Sever Soul here would be a bit spicy. I'd be losing a lot of my block cards all at once. Maybe if I shrug it off first. No, I don't want to Sever Soul of Flame Barrier, so I'll go for Bash. Like I said, I'm kind of fairly above average at this game. I do occasionally make the wrong choice, though. So if I Whirlwind for 3 times 8 plus the vulnerability, so it'll be 12 times 3. That'll be 36. Or if I Cleave first for 10. No. There's no way Cleave would be better than Whirlwind here. There we go. One of the problems with this game is that it really shores up how much my maths education at school has completely failed me. I'm awful at maths. A real pig stinker. Alright. Iron Wave. I'm going to True Grit this strike. And I'm going to Body Slam for 25. Bearing in mind I have Barricade here, so I'm stacking up the block quite nicely. For these tasty Body Slams. Let's go. 32. And an extra 12 from the Flame Barrier. Oh, I wish I had Feel No Pain for the exhaust though. Damn, what a shame. I could just Whirlwind here. I'll take some damage from this big attack probably, but whatever. Go for the Sever Soul, I guess. Easy peasy though. Easy zone 1. The thing is, because I'm not explaining the cards and taking a lot of time per turn, it means I could do like 1 run per video, which I think is a bit nicer rather than splitting it up like per zone where it just takes a long time. If I bash here, nah, Cleave wouldn't do enough. I'll Flame Barrier. Next turn. Like, I was considering doing like a zone per video, but it's only been, I suppose it's been 30 minutes. But I feel like it's kind of a disconnect to have like to wait till the next day to see the next part of the zone. So maybe I'll just do like a longer video. Make it nice and easy. So Exhume, choose an exhausted card and put it in your hand and then exhaust Exhume. Double tap, play the next attack twice, or Berserk. If your HP is at or below 50%, you gain an energy. So you might think Exhume is the play here because it allows you to bounce exhausted cards back into your hand and it exhausts itself. I do like double tap a lot though. Double tap is very good. I guess the thing about Exhume though is it allows me to exhaust things a bit more freely and then gain them back in future. In case there's like a turn where I really want to exhaust something but I don't want to get rid of it for good. So I'll play Exhume. Although I do think losing it in double tap is going to be a shame. Okay. So, Sneko Eye, draw 2 additional cards each turn that you start each combat confused. Sneko Eye, don't underestimate it. It's a very good card. But it tends to be better in a deck where you can draw a lot and you have a lot of expensive cards. And I have quite a lot of expensive cards, but if I'm exhausting here and I'm wanting to play 0-cost body slams, I'm not sure about this. It does allow you to draw a lot though. Velvet Choker, also not a terrible choice, Velvet Choker. Or Ectoplasm. I wouldn't want to do Ectoplasm so much just now. I do have a lot of expensive cards, but like Barricade is a one-time use. I just have a feeling it wouldn't work out. If I take Velvet Choker and then get Dead Branch later on or something, I'm going to be kicking myself. I'm trying to think. Oh. No. I'm going to take Velvet Choker here. I might regret that one as well, but we'll see. I haven't made the best choices so far. The game's kind of played me a little bit. So for Zone 2, generally you want to try and avoid fights and do events more, because the Zone 2 fights tend to be a little overtuned, I would say. I think some Zone 2 fights are a bit overtuned. The elites are nasty. But if your deck is strong enough, then you can do some fights. You don't have to go crazy. Again, upgrading cards is great. So I'm going to take this left path. I think up here is a good idea. There's still a couple of cards I need to add to my deck, but having the extra energy to play around with and Charon's Ashes now, I'm probably in a good spot. I could actually exhaust a lot of cards in my hand this turn. But I need to... Charon's Ashes doesn't count as an attack, so these things would still hit me for 10. So I could use 2 defense here, and then Sever Soul, but it would Sever Soul the True Grit for sure. I don't want to take the gamble. Not a terrible start, in my opinion. You actually very rarely play over 6 cards per turn unless you have certain deck archetypes. But it depends a lot on how you build. Exhaust tends to be one of those archetypes, but it depends on how you build it. Alright, Flame Barrier because of the Caltrops damage, and then maybe Cleave and Strike. Or I could do a Bash. Apply Vulnerable. I don't know if Vulnerable works for Flame Barrier damage. Let's find out actually. So this guy should be taking 5, 4. Oh, he's gonna die. He's fine actually. That was the right play. Okay, so the vulnerability didn't make the damage he takes back higher. But I learned something today, and hopefully you guys did as well. I'm gonna play Armaments here. I'm gonna body slam him. Put True Grit back in my hand because I can. And then I'll hit him. And he's landed now. This is an easy fight for me. I've actually died to these birds once before. I just had a very weird deck with the Silent that couldn't handle it. That was probably back when I sucked at the game. I really sucked at this when it first came out. I was taking cards after every combat when I shouldn't do, and just, ugh. It was a mess. I don't think I want any of these. I don't think Perfected Strike is very good. Wild Strike is only good if you have a wound-based deck, although it does give me more cards to exhaust wound, but it is clogging up your deck. And Blood for Blood is quite nice, but it works better in a deck where you deliberately hurt yourself. It's a bit slow otherwise. Alright, I hate this fight. Oh, I hate these little things and the way they steal your money. I might actually want to pop some potions here. I'm going to use a strength potion because I don't want to lose any money. So the quicker I am, the better. I'm actually going to use a block potion as well so I don't take boatloads here of damage. Let's be fast. Especially because I think the next merchant's going to maybe make the run for me for sure. Okay. Fire Whirlwind here. 7/4s are 28. But Flame Barrier would mean that she doesn't do any damage to me. And I can still kill the guy at the front. And do a chunk of damage to her. So I think that's a bit of a better play rather than going completely ape. Oh, I didn't calculate that correctly though because of the strength, but I think I made the right play. See what Shrug It Off gives me. Just armaments. Strike and then Body Slam, and we're good. Regen Potion, nice. Okay. Spot Weakness is a great card. Especially now that I have 4 energy. Intimidate's also very nice, and it does exhaust, but I think Spot Weakness did kind of... It makes me have a kind of ramp up so that I'm getting stronger as I go along during a fight, which is nice. Unless I exhaust it, of course. So armaments. Let's just Flame Barrier here. And then just strike. Not a great first turn, but kind of boring really, but because of Flame Barrier, I'm still doing a bit of damage. I really hope that the third character has like a build that's all about Caltrops, because I would love that. I think Caltrops and Caltrop style effects are one of my favorites in this game. Like, it's not the strongest card on the Silent, but I love playing Caltrops on Silent. Just the fact that something hits me and then takes damage as a result, I don't know, it speaks to me. So, let's Shrug It Off first to see what we get. Okay, I'm going to Spot Weakness. Defend. And then I could True Grit here. I don't want to lose Bash though. That'll be useful. Let's try it though. I got lucky again. I have a feeling the fates are smiling on your boy here. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Never mind. Spoke too soon. This is going to be hard. Okay. Iron Wave for the block. Defense. I guess Cleave, Whirlwind, Body Slam. Not bad, but a bit painful with the 12 here. You want to always take out the Knight first in this fight, because if you take out the White Mage first, yes, she won't heal anymore, but he goes crazy. He gets really angry if you take out his little wife over here. And he starts to do multi-hit attacks that will destroy you. So, I used to think taking out the White Mage, as I like to call her, was the best idea because, you know, traditional mechanics dictate that you take out the healer first. Like, every game makes it so taking out the healer first is the best idea, almost always. But in this one, not so much. Let's exhume for free. Oh, I got Strike back. How lucky. Still, gives me more damage this turn. Wow, she's just buffing, huh? Oh, no, I'm complaining. Whatever, I'll just kill her. See ya! Alrighty. I still don't like fire breathing. Even for free. I don't think it's that good. Again, I like clothesline. If I had taken Sneko Eye, maybe. But Pummel is nice when you get a bit of strength into it. Being able to apply weakness a lot would be good. I have a lot of expensive cards, that's the problem. I'll take the Pummel, especially because it's upgraded already. It's less of a commitment. Alright, come on, give me something here. Not great. Plated armor from the Thread and Needle is fantastic. One of the best relics in the game, absolutely. So is Ice Cream. What if I just take them both? I'm a madman. I'm a genius. Okay, it wasn't exactly what I expected. I expected to get more exhaust cards out of that, but I'm happy with this. I don't think I'll be using Ice Cream that much to begin with, but perhaps later on I'll get more use out of it. Especially with Whirlwind, it really synergizes nicely with Whirlwind, especially because... Oh no, we're fighting the champ. But still, that's a good card to have. I'm not a big fan. I'd like to hear in the comments, for those of you who know Slay the Spire, what you think about being able to see what boss you're getting at the end of a zone, at the beginning of the zone. I personally think it makes things a bit more boring. I don't like it as much. But I'd be curious to hear your thoughts. So if I Whirlwind here, 8 4s are 32. I'll get 5 block as well from the Thread and Needle, so it'll be up to 10. If I just Whirlwind here, I'm doing like tons of damage to them both. I think that was a good play. I'm not sure if using Pummel would have been better and then Whirlwinding, but... Hey, I can just use Pummel next time it comes around, right? 10 times 2. I wish you could see what cards you've already exhausted in combat. I don't think I have actually exhausted anything. Yeah, I haven't. That was a bit of a waste, but... Oh well. I'd like to play Sever Soul here, so we'll go for Body Slam and Sever Soul. Taking a bit of damage, but I'm doing so well on this run, I can really afford it. Okay, spot weakness. See, the problem with Barricade is that it's not very useful until you get the longer fights going on later. So I think I'd rather do this. I've already got the block that I need, but... This thing's probably going to die very quickly. Yeah. Here we go. Easy. Explosive Potion, quite useful sometimes on this floor. None of these cards. I do not like Reckless Charge. I get that it's 0 energy for a free attack, but I just think it's very hard to play unless you've got an easy turn, in which case there's other things you could... Why would you play Reckless Charge when you could play Body Slam? You know? Wild Strike, again, only if I had taken Evolve. And Clash. I'm not feeling Clash at the moment. Too many block cards on my deck. Right, a good Smith. What do I desperately need to upgrade? Probably True Grit, because it's a bit too spicy otherwise to try and use it. Now that I've upgraded it, I can like specifically pick to get rid of strikes and defends, which will serve me a lot better in the long run. This fight's a bit of a humdinger. Not a big fan of it. So let's cleave. Sever Soul. Body Slam for 5. He's almost dead. Unfortunately, I can't really use the Explosive Potion here to pop him off. If I'd done a bit more, perhaps, but... Because of the plated armor, I'm sitting fine, folks. I'm doing well. Okay. Shit, that's quite a lot of damage to take. I think what I'm going to do... I'll strike an Explosive to get rid of him. And then I will True Grit Barricade. Barricade? So I'm up at 10. Sorry. I'm up at 13 block and he's going to do 12, so that's good. And then I'm going to bash him. So good. So good, Thread and Needle. You wouldn't really think it. That's one of the things I love about this game. It's like very small cards could sometimes be amazing. You know what I mean? Cards that you wouldn't expect to be great are actually very good. Crap. What did I exhaust before there? Damn, I wish I could remember. Oh, it's Barricade. I don't want Barricade. So I guess Flame Barrier and then Pummel. It's a shame that I couldn't use Pummel to get rid of his plated armor more there. But I did quite a lot of damage anyway. Let's spot the weakness. I'm basically fully blocking this, almost. I'm fine. It just, having that guaranteed block at the end of the turn really does just free you up to do other things. You don't have to concentrate so hard on blocking. Okay. So, he's going to attack for 12. If I Flame Barrier though, I'll do 8 damage to him from the barrier. So if I do that and then hit him with a Strike. I don't know if this Caltrops damage will get rid of plated armor. Okay, it doesn't. It just adds a little bit to him though. But I'm pretty safe overall. So I think 1 strike defending. Ah, it's a shame I can't really True Grip then Body Slam here without getting rid of the strike. So I would do 12. I'd do 12 with the strike. And then 11 with this, so that would be 23. I don't think I have lethal this turn. But I'll just like fully block. Like that. And also do tons of damage. Okay, I think that was a better play. Yeah, the thing is, right, I love the fact that Spot Weakness, or whatever it's called, gives you that kind of strength buff. And it really is so much nicer than Inflame, which is the power that gives you a bit more strength. Ooh, another Flame Barrier. Do I dare? I could use Dual Wield on Body Slam quite easily, but the only problem with that is that remember that I have the Velvet Choker here. So if I was using lots of Body Slams in one turn, it would be clogging up the amount of cards I can use in the first place anyway. Otherwise, I think I would take it. It is a very easy card to create copies of, and if I do lots of barricading and body slamming, it's probably going to be very good. What else have I got? Obviously, no point duplicating Barricade. I could use it on Iron Wave or Pummel as well, I guess. Or Whirlwind, actually. Okay, I'll give it a shot. I'm a little bit dubious, but it's not going to be a terrible choice. So Zoom, make it 0. Sever Soul can be 20. We can make Barricade only cost 2 energy, which does help quite a lot to play it. But I think I'd rather have Whirlwind upgraded. Yeah, I think I'll take Whirlwind here, because it's so useful, Whirlwind, especially with the Ice Cream if I have any leftover energy. Alright, Orichalcum! If you end your turn without block, you gain 6 block. I think that stacks with the Thread and Needle. This is a great run so far, folks. I don't really have enough gold to make the Merchant worth it. So I think I'll take another fight. And hopefully not take too much damage here. Again, Ascension 1's quite easy. It's not that big a problem. Good Sever Soul to get rid of these defense here. Because they're not going to be that useful. Okay. Then strike. And then pummel for a bit. Not very much, but hey, I've already gotten down to quite near half. I have a very nice setup here. This is great. Orichalcum and Thread and Needle is a banging combo, if you ask me. Oh, I really want to play Barricade and Flame Barrier this turn. Because I would begin to stock up defense so quickly with Barricade. But I think a better decision is to do this. Perhaps. And defend. Oh, whoops. Oh, my brain just totally short-circuited there. Sorry about that. I actually shouldn't have done that because of Orichalcum. But whatever. It's going to be a quick fight. I have such a good setup now, I can make dumb mistakes and it doesn't matter. And that's when you know you've won at this game. When you can play like an absolute ape and you're still killing it. That's when you know you've got a good deck on the go. I still make misplays from time to time. What can I say? But I'm pretty good. Okay. So if I dual wield the cleave here. And just keep smacking them. There you go. Just keep smacking them. What are you giving me? Whenever you play an attack, you gain 4 block. It's okay. Rage is a bit... I wish you could make it cost 0. I don't think that's how it upgrades, though. Another True Grit Plus. I think having more than one would be a bit much. I'd like start to run out of cards to exhaust quite quickly. So I'm not sure about that. Rage obviously stacks quite nicely with Barricade in the long run, but... I don't know, I think having 2 True Grits might be a mistake. But then I can Exhume to get an exhausted card back, I guess, but... I'll leave it. I think things are working just now. Sometimes when things are working, you just have to leave them and not go crazy and keep adding... Stop, like, over-egging the pudding, so to speak. It's a weird phrase of mine that my friend always uses. I think Flame Barrier for 16 block and 6 damage is actually quite a tasty little upgrade. You really want to try and avoid elites most of the time on the second zone. They're quite nasty. Although this is a strong deck. I think I'm going to take this one because it's a bit safer. Potentially. This isn't too hard to fight. I'm alright with it. I don't want to Sever Soul away my Flame Barrier. I do, however, want a Whirlwind for billion damage. It's a pretty nice way to start a fight. I could do with a good Fiend Fire. I'd like to get a Fiend Fire on the go here. I'll just block. Just block. Don't need to use Exhume. I'm not sure I should have taken Exhume, actually. I think of all the cards in my deck, that's the one that's possibly the least useful. Alright, let's spot weakness. I'm actually going to get 11 block anyway, but with True Grit, I think I would get enough to completely block him. Let's pummel anyway. And then... yeah, I want to True Grit the strike. Also a little bit extra damage, and then Iron Wave as well. I mean, I've already got the block here, but I think that was the safest option. Nice and easy. One of the nice things about Ascension is when you start to get harder normal mobs, sometimes their AI is the thing that changes quite a lot. And they begin to get very aggressive, which I quite like. You begin to see them use like strength buffs continually and things like that. I'll go for a cheeky Barricade here, which is gonna... it'll make Orichalcum not very useful, but if I don't take enough damage from them, Thread Needle will begin to stack, and just my usual block cards. plus for body slam. I'm already sitting pretty here. I can kill him with a single body slam, but I am also going to cleave, so it is a bit of a waste. When I could do this, and then body slam her for a lot more damage. I have to say, overall, I think I prefer the Ironclad. I should armaments that. That's what I get for talking. So close. I think overall, I still prefer the Ironclad to the Silent. Most people I talk to in this game, about this game even, say that they prefer the Silent. They think it's more fun and a bit more in depth. But for some reason, I just find the Ironclad more fun to play. I like Disarm. It also exhausts for the little extra bonus damage. Disarm can be very nice for like permanently trying to nerf a creature during a fight, which I think can be quite useful. Alright, this is the worst fight in Zone 2 IMO. These guys hit hard and repeatedly. I think I might actually pop my Dexterity Potion already, or my Regen Potion actually. I'll take that. Just because these guys will not stop trying to smack me. And it gets really painful very quickly. I'm going to try and take out the one at the back first. So I'll try and disarm him. I'm not sure what order you want to do this fight in usually, because I often avoid this. But I think the one at the back can make it so you can't attack for a turn, and that's really nasty. So this is about as best as I can do at the moment. I maybe should have just done like a full energy whirlwind, but I think disarming the middle one will pay off. Like, I think the next turn or the turn after sometimes, they all attack you for so much damage, it's ridiculous. Okay, spot weakness and flame barrier for the 16 block. So good. I've already got full block on them now, which is nice. And then I can't remember what I exhumed before. Oh, it was disarm. That was a... Well, I actually would like to have disarm for the rest of this combat again. So I'm alright with that. I really need to get better at remembering what I've exhausted. Or you should be able to click on the discard pile, or have like an exhaust pile that you can click on. So I've been entangled, unfortunately. Yeah, I knew this was going to end up happening. This crap turn. This is about all I can do, really. But again, because I've nerfed the one in the middle, it's actually not that bad, especially with the thread needle. Yeah. And I'm getting my money's worth out of the regen potion, which is nice. Because I want to go into the champ with as much health as possible, obviously. And if I can get an upgrade right before the champ, it would be good. I was really hoping for whirlwind for this energy. It's armaments. Defend, I think, because of the body slam. Try and take out the one at the back. And then Iron Wave to also get a bit more defense. This is probably one of the best performances I've had for this fight. Apart from like ridiculously powerful decks where it just like I could do anything and I'm winning. Which sometimes happens in this glorious, wonderful game that we call Slay the Spire. So that's 25 damage. Plus an exhaust and then a strike. Easy, easy, look at me. I could have waited another turn for the regen, but whatever. Can no longer become weakened. I love having Ginger, so nice. And I'll take another Shrug It Off, because having the extra block and the extra card draw is just so mwah for one energy. And it was already upgraded. How can I lose? How can I lose? Okay, remove a card from your deck. I'll get rid of a strike here. This is turning out to be a pretty tasty run, lads. I reckon I've got this in the bag. What would be nice to upgrade here? Probably the Bash to keep the vulnerable up finally. Usually you would like to upgrade that a bit quicker. Bash isn't as good though as Neutralize on the Silent. Holy crap, is Neutralize a good card. So I'm already going to get 10 block No, 11 block here. So I don't have to worry about it. I can do 16 or 16, basically. Whatever. The champ is probably the hardest zone 2 boss in my opinion. I think the automaton is the easiest and the collector is this medium one. I think this guy is the hardest though. I have the most trouble with him. I'll play an armaments and then a strike rather than the 2 strikes, just because to upgrade for the rest of the combat might be nice. This is a nice lean deck though. I've only got 23 cards, which is good. I'm going to use Barricade here and take the hit, because I just want to start having Barricade for the rest of the fight. And then I don't want to dual wield Cleave, so I'll just Cleave. And then let Plated Armor and Orichalcum take it away. Alrighty, I can disarm right now and then exhume that disarm. I think I'll keep the other disarm for perhaps the later part of the fight. So instead, I kind of want to use Flame, Spot Weakness, and Disarm again, actually. But no, I'll Flame Barrier and Body Slam, perhaps. Should I, though? Having that extra 3 strength would be really nice. It'll be more of a long-term plan. Well, now that I have Barricade, actually... Oh, idiot. Idiot! Oh, I didn't actually mean to click that. I was just about to say, hang on a minute, he's not even attacking, so I can't use that. And I accidentally clicked left click, which makes you use it. Oh, sorry. Oh, that's going to be a real humdinger to watch back. People are going to be shaking their heads in the comments. God damn it. Fuck. I meant to right click there. No weakness because of Ginger. Nicely enough. It's not even going to attack though. Let's dual wield Pummel. And just pummel the hell out of him. Why not? Actually, we should... Yeah, no, just pummel. Whatever. Oh, I can't believe I just made that misplay last turn. It's not like a run ender, but it feels bad, man. Okay. I think I'd like to bash and Flame Barrier here to keep my defense going up. And then next turn, I'll take advantage of the vulnerability, shall I? Or not, because this isn't great, but something at least. I am beginning to stack up so much block that he hasn't really got a lot to offer until he goes down to his like Super Saiyan mode later on. So he's not attacking this turn, so I can't use Spot Weakness. Let's get that one cleared up. Could Whirlwind and then Body Slam here. Sever Soul would be nice, but again, I don't want to lose Spot Weakness. And this would do 12 times 4, which is quite a lot. And then I can just Body Slam anyway. So let's do that. It's like, isn't it crazy that I only have a single Body Slam? And it's like defining this deck. That's how good that card is. I seem to be drawing it a lot though. I think I have quite a lot of card draw as well. Despite the fact I don't have Pommel Strike. So I could just Whirlwind again here. It'd be nice to get lots of block from the Shurgut off. Just to make myself future proof. Just stack it up for one turn, shall we? Next time I Body Slam. Hoo boy. Oh, and I could dual wield it now. Yes, excellent choice. I'm glad I took it now. And then let's bash for some vulnerability. And then boom, boom, boom. Done. Can you believe that upgrades to 0 energy cost? That is ridiculous behavior. Alright. So Impervious works really nicely with Barricade. And it exhausts as well. Emily... No. I like Bludgeon. Probably not in this deck, though. I'll take Impervious. If I use it after I've used Barricade, it's kind of hard to go wrong with it. Calling Bell, 3 curses, 3 relics. I already have very tasty relics. Cursed Key. Whenever you open a non-boss chest, obtain a curse or Mark of Pain. So these are both excellent energy relics. They're very easy to play. And I'm exhausting a lot, so they're going to be very easy for me to deal with. I don't know which one is better. Obviously, having a nasty curse is bad. But I can get rid of a curse easily in the long run, so I think I'll take Cursed Key. Whereas with Mark of Pain, I'll always have those 2 wounds, which is a bit annoying. Awakened one, easiest end boss. Easy. Easy peasy. Compared to... The Shapes is the hardest in my opinion, and then Time Eater can be hard or quite easy depending on your deck. So for Zone 3, it's basically just deck dependent. Like for Zone 1 I said, fight a lot, upgrade a lot. Zone 2, try and avoid fights, get events. Zone 3, depends on your deck really at this point. Might be nice to go to the Merchant again. I reckon I could take an Elite if I wanted to. I think this right path has a nice mixture of things going on in it, and I don't have to fight an Elite if I don't want to. So I'm going to do that. Still haven't used this artifact potion. Well, now that I have the ginger, it's like the worst thing to happen is already gone. Actually, if I use this, I can already kill him if I want this turn. But I could also... I want to get rid of the spikes. Ideally. Or the explosion. So if I do 5 plus 6 would be 11 to him. So he'd be down to like 32. Oh, I'd easily kill him then. Just because the spikes are very annoying to deal with. But let's get rid of the explosion. Whatever. I'd say the spiky boys are a little bit more difficult for the silent to deal with. Don't want to deal with them spiky boys when you're silent. Much easier to deal with is the ironclad. It's gonna be so easy this run. I got this. We got him. These guys are only really bad if there's 2 of them. Then they can start to put a little bit too much crap in your deck. If you ask me. Spot weakness for 4 strength. 6 times 5, which is 30. If I cleave here. How many times would I have to hit this guy? 12, 18, 24. I'd have to like hit him for the whole thing, and he'd do a lot of damage back to me. So I'm not sure about that one. Like, I don't want to take any damage, you know what I mean? I don't know if I've done the maths correctly in my head here, but I'll just play it safe. Doesn't matter. See, Velvet Choker is still actually quite useful here. I've never once had it be a problem. So that barricade now is beginning to become useful. At the beginning it was a bit of a gamble. Kind of was a dead draw for a long time, but now it's glorious. Oh, I cannot believe how much I've gotten this remove a card event. That is ridiculous. This run has been handed to me on a silver platter. Holy crap. So easy. Alright. This guy's quite annoying. When you fight 2 of these at once, it's more annoying. Let's shrug it off first. Alright, that was kind of a crap shrug it off. Whatever. Zoom. Disarm again. I'm gonna really nerf him. And then I guess I'll cleave. So he gains 3 strength after every turn. So I've only really delayed him for 2 or 3 turns before he starts getting an actual buff from it, which is annoying. Let's copy that body slam. True Grit the strike. Bash him for vulnerability, and then bada bing, bada boom. That was nice. That was a nice turn. Exactly 6 cards played for Velvet Choker. And a little bit of ice cream. Can't say no to some ice cream, huh? Again, only 23 cards in my deck. Keep it nice and trim, folks. Having said that, having Thunderclap for extra vulnerability would be really nice. So I might do that. Totally just negated what I said earlier, but it's fine. I don't really need that Swift Potion. Let's see what the merchant's got for me. Oh, Paper Frog! That would have been great! Oh no. So Second Wind here. I don't think it's going to be that useful in the long run now, is it? Another Body Slam, though, perhaps would be a bit better. I think Second Wind, I would rather have Feel No Pain. Panache is just not going to work out in this deck. So I'll remove a card and I'll probably pick up that Body Slam. Let's get rid of the Strike, because the blocks are a lot better in this deck because of Body Slam than the strikes are. I don't even have a lot of powers, so the Awakened Wind isn't going to punish me very much for playing powers, because what am I going to play? Barricade? I think I'm allowed to play Barricade, you know? Okay. This fight can be a little tricky. This is only in the beta, I think, at the moment. I don't know if it's in the main game. Basically, he keeps summoning these minion monsters, and they can blow up for 25 damage, so you want to keep getting rid of them. They're quite nasty. Bring that this Exhume back, and then I'm going to do this. I'm only going to take 9 damage. I've already got it blocked because of my amazing block cards. Block relics even. Well, more Thread and Needle. Thread and Needle is like top tier. So good. Armaments, I guess. I'm just kind of building up defense here. I'll bash the main guy, and then Iron Wave this one for the block. So that attack there for 25. If the orb does that attack, it explodes, so it disappears after it uses it, but he keeps resummoning. This is why it's really nice to have things like Whirlwind and Cleave in the deck for like fights like this. Okay. So they're going to do a boatload of damage to me here, but Impervious. It's a shame that I don't have Barricade on for this, but it's a nice way to get rid of the damage this turn, right? And then, let's see, they're going to do 16, they're going to do 19, 25, they're going to do 50 damage to me here. So I should get rid of this one. Okay, now I've like fully blocked it, so I can just Body Slam. So you see that Impervious actually, even though I'm not using it with Barricade. That was like a perfect draw though. I got very lucky. I totally cheesed that, really. 7 times 5 means you dead. Didn't even take a single point of damage. I like Pommel Strike, and Havoc is really fun if you have a more aggro exhaust deck, which I don't really have. But I'm not going to take them. I don't need them. I do like Pommel Strike upgraded for the draw 2 cards though. Let's get Body Slam upgraded here. So now I have 2 free cost Body Slams. And you know what? Hubris. Let's fight the Elite for fun. Why not? I could dual wield Sever Soul and play it twice this turn. Pays to be quick in this one. That might have been a bit risky. For like very little gain though. Getting rid of all my defense like that, but we'll see. If I can get Barricade going, This guy shouldn't be too bad. I don't think I'm going to be quick enough. Although I do at least have Ginger. Okay. Thunder Kurap. I think that's it. I don't want to use up those cards. I feel like I haven't really done anything this turn, but I've already done a chunk of damage, I guess. Maybe not enough, though. Disarm. Flame Barrier. Let's do Cleave. Pummel him. And then Body Slam him. Getting there. He's gonna start, you know, he's gonna finish his countdown, but I'm not too bothered. Ah, Barricade in this turn for sure. Line, let's shrug. Shrug again. Guess. Get Disarm back. That would be nice. I don't think he clears all of his debuffs. I'm not sure though. Play the Whirlwind just to make... Oh no! I should have played Body Slam. I forgot about Velvet Choker. Damn, misplayed. See, I thought too quickly there. Acted too quick. I need to stop, like, clicking the buttons really quickly and give myself a minute sometimes to stop making dumb mistakes. Alright. This is quite an easy turn, in my opinion. And then Body Slam for 120 damage. Because of the vulnerability. I like this little face. This little grumpy face. So 64 of that Body Slam. And then use Whirlwind. And then Body Slam now because of all the slow debuffs and stuff. 134 damage. And I got 69 block. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, so this is the weird Sever Souls that I got earlier. I'm kind of wondering, was it a good idea? Probably. Little grumpy face. Why are you so grumpy? Very elegant nose though. Look how thin that nose is. See ya. Art of War. If you do not play any attacks, you gain an extra energy. I can't see that being very useful. I don't want to play Clothesline here. I'm doing well. So I just did an elite and I took 0 damage from it, which I think says a lot. Ooh. Ah, this is a nasty event to get. There's not much in this deck that I want to part with apart from maybe Exhume, and even then, the Exhume Disarm combos worked out nicely. I think I'll get rid of Sever Soul. It's the card that's like the least integral to what's going on. Doubt is nasty. Vajra is nice though. 1 extra strength at the start of every combat is good. Alright, here we go. Shrug it off. I've got full block now at least, but I kind of wanted Barricade, you know, before I played Impervious again. I'm going to do this. I didn't want to use Shrug it off there because I didn't want to draw more cards, which potentially I need next turn. You gotta be careful of that because I've made that mistake before and it can fuck you over big time. The nice thing about True Grit is that if you play it as the last card in your turn, it actually discards itself before you have to exhaust it. So you don't even have to lose it. Let's pummel. Then Exhume for Impervious. Play those Impervious in defense and then Body Slam. So OP. It's busted. Body Slam is busted. Another fight. Another death. Too easy. Alright. Again, kind of a weird first turn. I'm gonna dual wield these body slams though. And then impervious. Shrug it off perhaps? Or yeah, cause like I'm gonna get a lot of damage out of these body slams now. Oh, mind you, 5 block compared to 8. It would do like 50 if I use Shrug It Off. So let's do this. Okay. I want to get rid of these spiky boys because they just annoy me. Oh, I Velvet Chokered like an idiot. Damn it. Still, nah, I think I'm in a good position. It's not like I'm doing badly here, but that was a bit of a misplay, wasn't it? Ooh, I can't really play these cards without that spiky boy hurting me. So, if I hit this twice, I'll lose 6. Which I think I can afford. And then, because of the plated armor, and then he'll hit me for 10. That extra 1 strength from the Vajra. Telling you, man. Kobe. Right. How am I going to play this? I want to do 9 damage to you. And that's what I'm gonna do. And then I just disarm this, I guess. I don't want to hit it. Don't want to hit it and quit it because it's gonna deal damage to me. A whole 5 damage right now. Kobe. Michael Jordan. Yeah. That was a crap turn, but whatever. And you're dead. Oh, I took damage there because of hubris, but whatever. Sometimes my hubris gets the better of me. I like bloodletting for those turns where you need more energy, but I'm not having energy problems. I'm having Velvet Choker problems, if anything. It would stack nicely with the Ice Cream, but I can see myself not needing to draw that card and getting it a lot during the fight when I don't want it. Let's do an event. And the event was this thing. Great. It's just another fight. Oh well. Barricade to begin with. Build up that defense. It's a shame that Orichalcum quite quickly becomes useless for me, but I'll live. My Flame Barrier and then Bash here. And then there you go. Five times 2. That ain't shit. Impervious. It's a shame that I had frailty, so I don't get quite as much, but let's disarm him as well. And because of the ginger, I don't get the weakness from the doubt. So good. I'm popping off. Body slams, let's go. Vulnerability, let's go. Get Impervious back into my hand. Use it again. I can strike. Then I can body slam for 1,000,000 billion damage. Let's actually fucking go. And then I can whirlwind for the win. For the whirlwind, if you will. I don't know if adding another Flame Barrier might be overkill. Like, I'm getting the perfect combination of cards right here when I need it. Don't need another Barricade. And Body Slam, I am copying Body Slam and I already have 2 of them. So I think actually, just chill out. It's fine. I've got this. You don't have to go crazy. So I can make Exhume cost 1. I can make Barricade 2 for that turn when I use it, just in case. Or I can make Impervious 40 block, so that when I get it back, getting it back a lot. It's like an extra 10 block every time. Or I could, yeah, maybe an extra weakness from spot weakness is the best one. Lots of good choices there. I'm going to take another elite on. I'm a wild man. Okay, this is the most annoying elite for me. Nemesis uses a buff in itself where you can only do like tiny bits of damage for a couple of turns, which is really annoying. Kind of what? Yes, Barricade. Okay. I want to just stack up my block in this fight, because if you do that, you've basically won. Also, Art of War, because I didn't use on the attack. So now I have 6 out of 5 energy. So here's the buff. All damage taken and HP loss equals 1 for the next 2 turns. So it's kind of annoying. I haven't exhausted anything that I really want to play at the moment, so... It basically means, though, that during these crap turns where I'm just waiting, I can stack block up a lot, and it's still great. It still works out for me. I have to be careful, though, because these burns do get annoying. Whirlwind would be great if it wasn't for the fact that he has this buff for 1 more turn. So what I want to do is apply lots of Vulnerable. And Body Slam for free, I guess. And I want to not use Whirlwind here so that I have tons of energy. This guy's all about hitting him when you have the chance. Also, he's animated now quite nicely. Didn't notice that. This is quite possibly one of the worst hands I could have drawn for having like only 1 chance to hit him. But I'm going to use Dual Wield and Cleave anyway. I'll get rid of one of these cleaves. I won't need that many. Like, I know I sacrificed some damage there, but I don't want to keep drawing cleave later in the fight, you know? Damn, if only I had Body Slam when I needed it. Whatever. He's doing nothing to me now. Because he's a weak little baby. He doesn't hit very hard, this guy. He's just annoying. Apart from the 37 that he's doing now. Plus the 2 burns. Actually, it might be nice to use a block potion here, because I'm about to take, what, 8 plus 37. I don't really want to take any damage, if possible, but I don't really need to use my block potion here, do I? It's just a shame that now I might get Body Slam here and not be able to use it to its full potential. Oh god, just give me Body Slam at the right time already. Damn, this is very frustrating. Still, he's weak as fuck. There's Impervious with the Exhume combo. So I can just keep doing it. That's ridiculous behavior. I should be fired. I should be arrested. Don't give me Body Slam just now, please. Thank you. My deck's going to be basically reshuffled completely for next turn. Don't want to use Whirlwind now either. That's a shame that I got it here. Just give me, like, either Whirlwind would have been good, although it's too late, obviously, or Body Slams. Give me the Body Slams. There's 1. Okay. I think with the vulnerability, I definitely have lethal. God, he really screams when he dies. Strawberry, raise your max HP by 7. Oh, okay. And there's another block potion, so I could have used it, but don't need this, don't need that, don't need that. I've got. This is such a win. It's not even funny how much of a win this is for me. I'll just use Impervious. If I can bounce Impervious with Exhume, it's going to be nice. Right, here we go. The Awakened one, easy. He regenerates 10 HP at the end of each turn, annoying. Whenever you play a power, he gains 2 strength, frustrating. Let's just use all my potions now because, I mean, when am I going to use them? I don't want to use Impervious just yet. I do, however, want to disarm him. I think I went overboard with the defense there. It probably was a bit of a waste, but whatever. As long as you get rid of these dinguses, he doesn't actually do a lot, the Awakened one. It's quite easy. So 5 times 9 is 45. And I already have full block on this guy, so... So easy. Like, the shapes is way harder than this fight. Way harder. Yay, barricade. That counts as a power though, so now he's up to 15. Gotta be careful. I'll make more pummels for later. It's a shame that I'm going to lose my plated armor slightly here. No, I will lose one, but not that much of a shame now, is it? Spot weakness. Yes. Okay, this is a bit slow here, but I'm basically just waiting to get things kicked off. Unfortunately, my artifact potion got used before the effect of Ginger. Did you notice that? I had an artifact there, and I lost it because of doubt applying to it before Ginger did. I wonder if I can ask the devs if they should make that the other way around. I think Ginger should apply before the artifact does. Imho. TBH. AM8. Oops, I should use Bash first. Not thinking here. Just. I'm making lots of little misplays. Maybe it's because I'm only doing a YouTube video for the first time after donkeys, so I'm a little bit distracted, perhaps. Oh, that's a lot of whirlwind. That's a lot of pummel as well, though. It's a hell of a lot. So 17 times 6. I've already popped him to his next form. I could have maybe waited longer to get more block, because obviously now he's going to be hitting me harder, but whatever. Give myself a bit of a challenge, shall we? Or not. I could just do that and have like a million block and also loads of strength already and have not lost much HP. It's a shame that I lost some HP. Lower score. I have so much strength that these pummels are actually really nice now. Look at that. Look how much of his bar's gone. And a little... So Sludge is annoying. It gives you darkness, which means that you get 1 less energy at the start of your next turn. But it's not that annoying. Now is it? Yawn! You embarrassed yourself, Awakened One. Get buffed. Here's the heart. Go to your blade. 658? That's actually quite high. Nice. 691 million. It's really nice to see how much this game has been picked up by people. Very popular game now. Ascension Mode level 2 unlocked. Hey. Cool. Well, that's the end of my first Ascension video. If you have any feedback perhaps, then by all means do tell me. And thank you for everybody who's watching, because this is probably going to be my first upload after taking a massive hiatus from YouTube. So any support you guys give me for this would be greatly appreciated. That is how you do Ascension Mode level 1. It's quite easy though, isn't it? It doesn't really start to kick off until Ascension Mode level 3, I say. But I'm definitely going to do Ironclad again next time so that they're both at the same level. And then I might do a Silent, which is a lot harder, by the way. For the one after that. Also, reset my achievements here. I actually have all the achievements. Don't look at that. That's my conversation. Anyway, thank you so much everybody for watching. If you think that I should split the videos up into zone by zone to make it easier to watch, let me know. If not, having like an hour and 30 or 2 hours, like these videos are going to be a bit longer, but if you're fine with watching like a run per video, then by all means tell me that as well. Thanks very much for any support you guys give me for coming back to YouTube. It's a bit weird for me after streaming for so long, but I hope it works out. Anyway, this is Sinow. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time for Ascension Mode Level 2, shall I? Take care. Goodbye.